Welcome back, all you Fabricants and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Marvel TV show coming to you from Disney Plus called Miss Marvel. So, was it good? Was it bad? And should you be watching? Miss Marvel finally comes to Disney Plus. This is my much anticipated new, I guess you call it a teen coming of age comedy superhero thing, and introducing the character Miss Marvel, aka Kamala Khan. And its first episode dropped, and it's called Generation Y, as in WHY. Um, and it's just all about who is Kamala Khan and what is she trying to do and why does she stand Captain Marvel so hard. So, Lottie, I've been super excited about this. What I keep saying, my most anticipated Marvel property of the year. And
Yeah.
but you know that. But what did
Yeah.
you think about this first episode?
Okay. So this show, it's not my cup of tea. I'm not saying it was bad, and I'm not saying it was actually I liked it, but it's not my type of show that I will watch. Um, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how they did it because it's like okay, I like how they're showing this little girl who has parents that are, one parent, both parents are conservative. One parent is hyper conservative and also a little unfair because they're not conservative to one child. But it's, then, like you said, I like how they're making her the, because at first they try to do that with Peter Parker, and it felt kind of weird. You know what I mean? This one feels natural. Like she's the one who's going to be the nerd of the Avengers. Like it would be cool that if Steve Rogers was still alive, like during the middle of a battle. Oh my God, you're Steve Rogers. I need to have an autograph. And he's like, I'm in the middle of a fight. No, I need an autograph. Something like that. Like I would, that I find enjoyable. And also, I am very the main thing that is definitely keeping me watching the show is that I am extremely interested in that bracelet. I want to know the past, the present, and the future of this bracelet. And I think it's connected to what's it called?
Sh-
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi, yeah. Um, well, I will say again, I had high hopes for this, and also, I saw that it had been getting some good reviews and everything from critics, and it met my expectations. That and now take this the right way. My expectations were sky high, and I mean like they were. I already told you this is my most anticipated. This is one of my favorite characters in the Marvel comics. Probably about my favorite new character in Marvel, and one of my favorite comics that I've read in the last 20 years. I love this character, and they succeeded. They did what I wanted, which was translate that character to the screen and do it authentically in a way that I recognize. That's the character I know and I love from the comic book. And even better, it did it so well that people that don't know that character have fallen. You can fall in love with this character and the characters that surround Kamala Khan. Jennifer, she said, "I loved it." I mean, literally, she's like, "That was a great episode." When we finished watching it, and now, mind you, I have to actually ask her about this because she doesn't usually just come out and say stuff like that. But just it made me feel so good to know that hey, I'm not the only one. I saw this, what I saw too. It was like a John Hughes movie mixed with a little bit of Scott Pilgrim, a little bit of Scott Pilgrim. There's a little bit of Into the Spider Verse. Like there's so many, storytelling wise, so many good things going on. But beyond that, I loved all the characters. Like I love Bruno. I love the mom and dad and the brother. And I adore Kamala Khan. Iman Vellani is a find. You know what? Kevin Feige and those guys over there. Good God, how did they do this? Could they cast? She's never acted in anything else. They cast her into this, and she's perfect. She's just perfect. It's there's so many like. Is there a lot of meta shit going on in here as far as, you know, essentially Kamala Khan is sort of us, right? At least if we were
Yeah.
younger, she's us, and she's one of us. You know, she knows stuff about the Avengers. She's a stand for Captain Marvel and all these other Avengers and everything, and she just wants to get to the Comic Con. And yes, she's having to deal with her, ultra conservative, Pakistani uh, mother and father, and I thought it was beautiful. I thought it hit me in the feels. I laughed and I thought there was some fun stuff going on in it, and it really did what I thought it would do, which was make me feel the way I felt about Spider-Man: Homecoming, but much more. Like I'm not playing like this one for me. So okay, enough gushing about it. That's my that's how I feel about it. But you want to go ahead and talk some spoilers, Lottie?
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
talk
Because
some.
there's some stuff I want to get off my chest that happened in the show that pissed me off
Okay.
on both sides, by the way.
Okay. But you guys, I highly recommend it. Lottie likes it. I don't think he loves it, but I highly recommend it. Go watch this. So we're going to do spoilers right now. So, all right, Lottie, lay it on me. What pissed you off?
Man, so the mom pisses me off the most. Like, that dad is just the punching bag of the family, man. I mean, he's trying his best.
He's trying
The
to be cool,
mom,
Dad.
he's
Look,
trying. He
yeah.
put on the Hulk outfit, and she basically is like, "I don't want to go with you because you're embarrassed." And I was like, because at first I was like, "Let the girl go," but then after that, I was like, "That's kind of fucked up, man.
Yeah,
That's kind of fucked up."
you know what was I love that scene. First of all, I felt as a dad. I felt that. I totally felt that. Right now, my daughter still sort of thinks I'm cool, but like, give it a couple years. When she's the same age as Kamala Khan is, give it a couple years. I don't know if she gonna be feeling the same way. Maybe you know what I'm saying. And I felt that, and I also felt it. Like the great thing is, I felt what she was thinking about it too. And as soon as she said, she's like, "Oh man, I messed up hard." So I get you, and I understand about the dad. There's in the family they don't, both of the parents don't necessarily want to be the hard parent, and the mom clearly she's the one, right? And so the dad not so much. And this one thing about this movie, this show reminds me of my favorite movie of probably the last 10 or 15 years, which is a movie called Blinded by the Light, which is very similar in terms of what it's talking about. That's about a guy in England in the 80s who's also the son of Pakistani immigrants, and he's a first generation immigrant kid. So he grew up in England, and very similarly has all these expectations and everything. So I get it, like that sort of thing. I love that. I love that they leaned into the cultural differences. How she's got a foot in both worlds, so to speak. That the brother Amir, he gets to kind of do whatever because he's a boy, but because she's a girl, she's got to be sheltered and stuff like that. And to see that she's a daydreamer, I love just like the fact that they put all that animation all over the place. It's yeah.
The thing about it is what really gets me about the mom, because I understand she's Muslim and she's this. She didn't even look at her daughter's outfit, because if she did, she would see that it wasn't tight. Like, she's so super conservative and so narrow-minded and tunnel vision. She didn't even look at it. You know what I mean? Because when she came back And because just to put in perspective, that's why she, when she came back at the end of the episode and she saw the thing and just walked out. I said, why was she upset? You know why? I said, you know what? I sat back and thought it's because when she saw the outfit, her in the outfit, she was like, yeah, that outfit's not that bad. I kind of,
Well,
this is my fault.
I,
This
I
is kind of my fault. You know what I mean?
I like to look at it as the mom was disappointing her because she disobeyed. Like, because there's a big thing about respecting your parents and your elders and everything. It's, you're right. They're very conservative, but they're trying to do it for it's not for a bad reason. To me, I get where the parents are coming from, because in their mind, the girls need to be more protected than the boys do. So, Kamala, now she's being willful and disobedient and everything. She's different than the way they're expecting from her, because they don't understand. They've never understood how important this stuff actually is to her. How this is sort of her definition of herself. That she may not want to live up to their expectations. She may want to do something else. That's kind of the push and pull that they're trying to explore here, and I'm here for it. I do. I like to, on another tack, I don't necessarily disagree with you about the mom, but I don't dislike her. I get it. I get where she's coming from, and so I'm not really down on her so much. On another thing, that Avengers Con was awesome. Well, there's two things about it. One, it was awesome. Two, it was fucking tiny. Like, like
Yeah.
you could feel that they filmed this during COVID because it was tiny.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
that looked like the convention I went to over the weekend. This tiny small town convention. But that said, it was still really cool, and I really like that. That's the level it's gotten to in there. The bunch of Easter eggs in this show too, and you can watch another video to find out what all those are. But just seeing her like just accidentally become a superhero. It's fun stuff. It's Peter Parker getting bitten by a spider and being like, "Oh, I can cling to walls. Cool." You know? I really loved what they did here. And also shout out to The Weeknd, cuz that dude's song is everywhere. Am I right? It is everywhere. That song is, my God, it shows up everywhere. But just like shout out to Amon Vellani. She absolutely captured this character. She is Kamala Khan. And you know what, Lottie, this just do yourself a favor. I know, and again, this may not necessarily be your jam, but just look up some of her interviews that she's doing about Miss Marvel. Like, she is for real. She is a for real deal Marvel fan, and I mean, like, when I say for a real deal, like she's almost her character. I saw some things where she was answering Marvel quizzes and she was got them perfect, 100% perfect. Like she's like she talks to, she was talking about how she didn't like the way, certain things happen in the new, multiverse of madness. She's one of us. She is one of us, and I think the kids are going to be all right if she's one of us.
Yeah.
So anyway. We could keep going on, but really, really like this episode, and I can't wait for the next episode. So, anyway, what did you guys think about the episode? What did you think about our comments? Get down to the comment section. Let us know what you think. And, of course, you can always hit us up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter, and we'll chop it up. We're going to keep on talking about this show. All right, all you Fabricants and Fleshbags, thanks for joining us. Come back next week. We're going to do Miss Marvel Episode 2. Until then, I've been Mole Poupée, your resident fabricant and comic extraordinaire on all things pop culture, joined by the anime expert, video game designer, and lover of all things superhero, my good friend Ladi. We'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.
Peace.